Hi, friends. Today I want to share a new story with you. I hope you enjoy it. I never once doubted my choice to help Ricky. Not when I sent the first $1,200. Not when he called sounding stressed about missing mortgage payments. Not even when Angel left me a tearful voicemail thanking me. I believed everything they said. But everything changed the night of our mom's birthday dinner. The restaurant was filled with laughter, the sound of forks and glasses clinking. I had just stepped away from the table to use the restroom when I heard a voice I knew. Ricky. I stopped walking, half hidden behind a marble column in the dim light. He was laughing, really laughing, the kind that makes your stomach hurt. Can you believe it? He said, laughing more. Brian actually thinks he's saving us. Like we'd be on the street without him. My chest tightened. Then I heard Angel laugh too. I know it's sad. He just wants to feel important. Poor guy has no life of his own, so he clings to ours. Their words hit me like broken glass. My stomach turned. You're awful, another voice added, probably one of their friends, but she sounded amused, not upset. Angel sighed like it was all a joke. Let's be honest. He's almost 40, still single, no real goals, just a boring guy throwing money away because he has nothing else going on. Ricky chuckled. And he thinks we're broke? I make more in 1 month than he does in 3. But hey, if he wants to play hero big brother, why stop him? I felt a cold wave go through my body. $1,200 a month for 2 years, and this is what they thought of me. My fists clenched, and I tried to breathe. My heart pounded, full of anger and shame. I could have walked up and said something. I could have asked them why. But I didn't. I wasn't going to let them see me hurt. Instead, I turned back to the table, keeping my face calm. I picked up my wine, swirling it slowly. I'd already decided they wouldn't get another dollar from me, and they had no idea what was coming. The next morning, my phone buzzed, Ricky's name on the screen. Right on schedule. It was the first of the month, and he was expecting his $1,200. I let it ring once, twice, and then, after a deep breath, I answered the call. Hey, Brian. Ricky's voice was easy, casual, like he hadn't laughed at me behind my back just hours earlier. Can you send the money? We've got some bills piling up this month. I stared at the floor, jaw tight.
No.
Silence. What? Ricky gave a short laugh. What do you mean, no? I leaned on the kitchen counter, holding the phone tighter. I mean, I'm done, Ricky. No more money. No more help. You're on your own. There was a pause. Then Ricky scoffed. Don't be like that, man. We've got bills due. If we miss the mortgage, Angel's going to lose it. Then maybe use some of that freelance money you brag about. I said, calm but firm. He went quiet. What? I closed my eyes, remembering last night, his laughter, the cruel jokes. My stomach turned, but I kept my voice steady. I heard everything, Ricky. At Mom's party. You and Angel. What you really think of me. He didn't say a word. You've been using me, I went on, my voice getting colder. Lying to me, making fun of me. And you thought I'd just keep paying your bills? No more. Ricky's voice changed, turning sharp. You're taking this the wrong way, Brian. Whatever you heard, it's not what it sounded like. Don't bother, I said with a long breath. We're done. For the first time in 2 years, I felt free. But I knew Ricky wouldn't let it go. I was right. Just minutes later, my phone rang again.
Mom.
I sighed. I already knew where this was heading. The real fight had started. The knock on my door came sooner than I thought, loud and impatient. Of course. Ricky never took no well. I waited for the second knock before opening the door. He stood there, arms crossed, trying to smile. Angel stood behind him, arms folded, lips tight. Brian, Ricky said, voice calm but strained. We need to talk. I leaned on the doorframe. We already did. Ricky frowned. No, we didn't. You just cut us off like we don't matter. Angel sighed. All over a dumb misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? I asked, gripping the door frame tighter. You called me a loser. A joke. Said I had no life. That didn't sound like a misunderstanding. Ricky's eyes narrowed. You weren't supposed to hear that. I let out a dry laugh. So, you don't regret saying it, just that I found out? Angel stepped closer, her voice soft and fake. Brian, don't do this. We're family. You know how Ricky talks. He didn't mean it. We're just stressed. Cutting us off like this isn't fair. I cut in. So, now you want help again? Co-sign a loan. I laughed, bitter. You think I'd put my name on a loan for you? After all this? Ricky's calm cracked. Come on, Brian. You're being ridiculous. No, I said. I'm finally standing up for myself. Angel scowled. You're just being selfish. I stepped back, hand on the door. And you're both ungrateful. This is over. I shut the door. Outside, I heard Ricky curse. Angel mumbled something angry. Then silence. But I knew it wasn't really over. Not yet. The call from Grandma came late. Her voice was more serious than usual. Brian, I need you to come over. There's something you should see. I almost told her I didn't want more family drama, but something about her tone made me pause. I felt a knot in my chest. 20 minutes later, I was in her quiet living room. She sat in her usual chair, an old wooden box in her lap. Slowly, she opened it and pulled out a worn envelope. This is from your grandfather, she said, handing it to me. He wrote it a long time ago. I didn't think I'd ever need to show it to anyone until now. I opened the letter. As I read the letter, my breath caught. A trust fund worth $270,000 had been saved for the grandchildren, but with one rule: if any grandchild was caught using the family for money, they would lose their share. It hit me hard. Ricky and Angel didn't know about this. And now, because of how they treated me, they'd lost much more than the money I gave them every month. Grandma watched me closely. I didn't want to step in, Brian, but after what they did, I thought you should know. I let out a slow breath, trying to take it all in. So, if I report them, they lose everything? She nodded. It's up to you. I stared at the letter, gripping it tighter. For the first time in weeks, I felt like I had the power. When Ricky learned about the trust fund, he got a lawyer and filed a lawsuit. I was stunned. He claimed I tricked him so I could take the money, turning the truth into lies. His lawyer painted me as some kind of greedy mastermind, while Ricky pretended to be the innocent victim. I sat in court, watching Ricky act, fake sadness, fake regret. Angel sat beside him, cold and unreadable, like she was already planning their next move. Then Grandma stepped up to speak. The courtroom went quiet as she took the stand. Her voice was clear and strong. Brian only found out about the trust fund last week, she said, looking straight at the judge. But Ricky and Angel spent 2 years taking advantage of his kindness while lying about their finances. If anyone lied, it was them. Ricky looked pale. His lawyer shuffled through papers, clearly shaken. The judge ruled in my favor. Ricky had to pay all court costs. His mask cracked, his face full of anger he couldn't hide. Outside the courthouse, he grabbed my arm. You ruined me, he growled. I looked him in the eye, calm. No, Ricky. You did that to yourself. A few days later, the fallout began. Ricky's clients found out about his shady behavior. His reputation online fell apart. Contracts were canceled. He and Angel, now deep in debt, had to sell their house. As for me, I walked away feeling lighter than ever. Sometimes justice doesn't come from fighting, it comes from letting the truth catch up to people. I stood far off as Ricky and Angel loaded boxes into a rusty truck. Angel slammed the car door, frustrated. Ricky just stood there, staring at the ground, weighed down by his own mistakes. It felt like the right ending. They had taken from me for years, laughed at me behind my back, and believed I'd always be there to help. But life has a way of evening things out. They had cut off the branch they were sitting on, and now no one was there to catch them. I wondered if they learned anything. Would Ricky ever admit he was wrong? Would Angel feel bad about what she said? I doubted it. Some people don't understand loss until it's too late. Grandma's words stayed with me. Real wealth isn't about money. It's about the people who stay with you when you have nothing. I hadn't lost anything in all this, except the lies I once believed. I was free now, stronger for walking away. And Ricky and Angel? They lost the trust and support they had taken for granted. Friends, what do you think of this story? Let me know in the comments. Want more stories? Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss the next video.
See you tomorrow.